Good morning, day 6. I've been hiking for about an hour and a half so far. It's been a cool morning. I stayed in my bed under the quilt until my alarm went off at 6. I'd been awake for probably 15 minutes, but it was chilly. I looked at my thermometer and it said 44 degrees. I just was not feeling like jumping out of the bed. Let me show you the view I have ahead of me. I love this view. Bit of a meadow, some nice trees, exposed rock up ahead. Nice morning sun. Wonderful part of my day so far. So I got up at 6 o'clock yesterday. I got up at 5:45 and I was the only tent left out of, I don't know, there must have been 8 other tents there. So today I get up 15 minutes later, and the one person that was in the same camp area as I was not stirring yet. I got going on trail by 6:35, little ways down the trail. Another person that I'd hiked with a bit yesterday, not really with, but we would catch up to each other at water sources and when taking breaks. So little ways down the trail, her tent was still set up. She did not have any noise going on, no stirring yet. So I think everybody was a little slow by the coolness of the morning. But let me tell you, as much as I don't like being cold, I'll take that any day over hiking in 94 degree temperatures those first 2 or 3 days. I heard from a hiker yesterday that someone actually had to get medevaced off trail during one of those 90-degree days. They had heat exhaustion. I didn't hear anything further about it, but I'll also, given my own experience, I'll say that the climbing and the elevation was probably maybe not the primary factor, but I would guess it's a contributing factor. I really did not feel good those first few days. I was not adapted. Well, look at this view. Good morning, Colorado. This is why I wanted to come hike the Colorado Trail, even with some smoke haze out there. I just love this. Anyhow, so my first few days were tough, coming from living at an elevation at about 350 feet, starting the hike at over 5,000 feet, and pretty quickly up to 7,000 and even 8,000 feet. I had a little bit of a headache trying to come on. I was dehydrated. I was a little nauseous. My muscles just did not want to do what they were designed to do. It was a tough time of adapting. But the 2 days ago, when I only hiked 9 miles, I finished at noon. I was still feeling just beat. So I took a half a day on trail. I set up my tent and just sat around, ate and drank as much as I could force myself to. I wasn't hungry or thirsty, but I knew I needed it, so I forced it. Went to bed, slept all night, and then yesterday morning got going. It was a tough climb, but I really felt good compared to recent. And today is off to an amazing start. I'm up to 2.5 mile pace. That's my normal cruising pace. I haven't been even close to that so far this trip. So things are going good. Don't have trail legs yet. Don't have hiker hunger yet. So that's all coming, but I will take the way I feel today anytime. I gotta look around and enjoy this view. I'll talk to you later. I have my water filtering process set up here. If you're not familiar with how this works, I put we'll call it dirty water. It's pretty clean, but could have bacteria, whatever in it, so it needs to be filtered. So I put the dirty water in the blue bags. The tube there that says Sawyer on it, that's the filter that I use. So I run the dirty water through that, and the clean drinking water goes into the platypus. So works pretty good, except this is the third hike I've been on with this particular filter, and it's getting really slow. I either need a new filter, or I was talking to one of the hikers yesterday and he said, put it on a spigot and turn the water on, it'll blast all that sediment out. So I'll see when I get to town. I'm expecting to be in Breckenridge in 3 days, maybe the morning of the 4th day. We'll see. Anyhow, beautiful area here. I'll show you the water source. I walked across the creek to get set up, but come back here and there's the water. This water is so wonderful. You find this often enough, I should say, in the mountains. Just nice clean water. There's the trail that I came from back up that way. So while I was sitting there watching or waiting for my water to filter, I was looking up this hill here. See if I can walk back across here without falling in. And I was thinking, I was sitting there quietly. A squirrel came to visit me. He was only probably 4 or 5 feet away from me. Said good morning and then went on about his business. But I was hoping to see something a little bit bigger on this hill. Maybe, I don't know if they have marmots out here, but a marmot or a rabbit or something a little bigger than a squirrel. And then it occurred to me, if I was a mountain lion, I would set up camp at the top of this ridge and just sit there and watch. Anything that moves down the hill is going to be easy prey. And down at the bottom of the hill is the water source that everybody's going to come to drink from. So it got me thinking, maybe I should not be sitting quite so quietly here. Mountain lions don't generally go after people, but you never know. You find someone that's hungry or having a bad day, I wouldn't want to be the exception to the rule. So I'll finish my filtering and get on the way. Talk to you later. This is the direction I came from. I've had a pretty good length of downhill today. I'm now in the middle of a relatively long, steep enough uphill. I'm pretty tired, taking breaks periodically, but it's good. When I look around, it's a little intimidating to me. I see this mountain over here, and you can see roughly where the tree line is, way up there. In my future, probably about, I don't know, 2 weeks down the road, maybe a week and a half, I'm going to be hiking above tree line for a few days. That's fine. It's going to be awesome, but you got to get up there. That's the part that's going to be tough, but that's why I'm out here. I'm taking a little break in the shade here. I've been climbing, not terribly steep, but steep enough for quite a while now, on my way to Kenosha Pass. That's hopefully I'll get there in about an hour and a half. But one thing I was noticing is how deep blue the sky is compared to what I'm used to at home. I have no idea if that'll show appropriately on the camera or not, but I was thinking about it, and I have no idea if it's actually the case, but it occurred to me that right now I'm about 2 miles closer to outer space than I am at home. And the closer you get to outer space, the darker it gets. So maybe that's a thing. I don't know. Someone smarter than me can comment on what I'm seeing. Maybe I'm just delirious. This is interesting. Curious if it's like ceremonial or if someone just does it because they like to, but pretty cool to run across that in the wilderness.